gosh, guys, this is incredible!
Hey everybody, welcome to Flight Test.
Today we're going to be taking our hovercraft. It's going to be getting a bag, nacelles, motors are going to start running.
And we're going to start trying to test hover it.
We have a lot of fun ahead of us. Let's get to it.
All right, let's do it. So I'm currently bolting our prop on here, and the reason behind this is I'm going to stick this inside of the hovercraft so I can make sure that the prop's going to clear the cowling and everything before I screw it down.
So we're getting ready to start up the first motor of the hovercraft, and we're going to be sitting under it.
No smoke.
We made it.
And it armed.
It's going the right way.
Wow. That is terrifying.
Yeah, it is.
And that's only on 6S.
Does it go to 12? 15.
12 probably is what we're going. It can go up to 14.
That is insane.
Alright, so that's a good test. And we're going the right way on the props, so we'll heat shrink tube those and we'll get the back one figured out. Alright, so I just got back from lunch. Stefan called me, he said he had a surprise for me in my office. Let's see what it is. What in the world? Flexi spot. Stefan! Stefan? What is this, buddy?
Dude, look at your office right now. Look at this office. Dude, you gonna be able to work like this? Is this gonna work out for you?
What is it?
As you probably noticed, we have some sit-stand desks at the shop, and our friend Dave is like the only guy in the shop that does not have one. So my friend, you're getting an upgrade, desk upgrade, thanks to FlexiSpot.
So I don't have a piece of plywood anymore?
Yeah, dude. So now you get to rip all that out, all the hard work you did for that, and all the staining, all that stuff, and now you get to replace that desk with the FlexiSpot.
And this is one of the ones that moves up and down, so I can be sitting or standing, right?
Yeah. So
that's gonna help my back out.
Yeah. So when you're sitting down, you're like, you can like, oh yeah, blah, 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 and you can sit and stand whenever you like.
Sweet.
Yeah, and got like a cable management system, I believe. Huge thanks to FlexiSpot, obviously, for sending stuff over. On top of that, they also sent us. I'm gonna show you another surprise. Come with me. This is like yours, but like the heavy-duty version. Right?
So more like a work table.
Correct. Like
Cut the
a
work and all that stuff.
Yeah, so instead of like the L frame on the bottom with the legs, this is like full 4 frame legs. It's super sturdy, not gonna lean and wobble and all that kind of stuff. With another bamboo top, so that we can kind of mess around out here. And I think the plan is gonna be to be using this guy for some of our projects out here. So
I've already got plans in mind.
I knew he would be. So, but now the plan we have to do is obviously we gotta get these things set up, and hopefully we can start using them pretty quickly. So,
Right.
You go that way, I'll go this way,
right.
and we'll meet in the middle.
Perfect. Let's do it. All right, so I'm currently back here in my office, and I have quite the conundrum to figure out here. We got to figure out how to make a bag for this hovercraft that I'm building. We have pretty much the basic frame outline shape and done in foam. So now I have to figure out the next steps to get stuff ordered and figured out. I'm basically thinking if we get some sort of giant truck inner tube or something along those lines, maybe a tube for snow or something, and we can cut it in half right here. Use the front half along here, and then maybe the back here, and then get some vinyl or rubber, whatever the tube is made out of, and just basically make tubes and rubber cement it together for the back side. Now I want to go with a more of a what would you call it, a bag design rather than a skirt. The issue with the skirt, which it's a good design, but it involves a lot of sewing and replicating stuff. So I want to try to make it as simple as possible and reliable as possible. So I'm going to try to do a bag that's going to inflate separately, and then we'll have our two big props inside here that will blow air underneath of the bag, and then we'll have smaller motors that actually inflate the bag itself. So I'm going to get to it, get on Amazon here, maybe some other websites, and see what I can come up with.
What do you got here?
All right, so we're trying to figure out where exactly we need to cut in the what do you want to call it? The opening for us to get in and out of it, the cockpit hole.
This is a reality check for sure. Like I'm looking, normally we step like right here, and then we get comfortable, and then we kind of lower ourselves in.
It's going to be a little tight, I think.
Yeah.
It's going to involve some kind of wiggling down in, and we're probably going to have to make a removable steering wheel too.
Wow.
So I say we get in here and we kind of sit and see what it feels like and figure out our best placement for everything. I don't know, that feels pretty comfortable actually.
So that's where the dash will be, and then people that have their arms inside, that's plenty of room for both of us. Where are we going to put the big ball?
Possibly right there, but we gotta have a throttle quadrant somewhere too.
No cup holders.
Oh, we gotta have cup holders.
That'll be our mission. We are going to put a cup holder in this, and you guys got to hit the subscribe bell because you won't know where it is until it's done. That'll rope them in, right?
Yeah.
I like that. And this is actually just ridiculously comfortable.
Yeah, like I want to sit in here.
Yeah. Something you guys may not know, Jason McQuiston, our laser master, not only is he an amazing pilot, but he actually is like a sponsored race car driver for gaming.
Yeah, yeah.
Esports.
He does online NASCAR or something like that.
I think what I'll do is I'll go over to him and find out, like, simulator-wise, because we're going to need to take a simulator steering wheel and modify it to make it look Star Wars-y, and then take those signals, similar to what we did with the B-17.
You are going down!
Is that my wife talking smack?
Oh, we got smoke!
And maybe what he can do is kind of guide us to have a removable steering wheel.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So,
yeah, we'll have to do some research.
yeah, I'll go touch base with him while you figure this out. Okay, well, I'm gonna get out of this thing, and
all right.
When you get this cut, I'll start drawing up the dash. In the meantime, I'm gonna go talk to Jason and start working on what we need to order for the controls.
Perfect. All right, let's do it.
You're supposed to pan away, not show this part. All right.
All right, so I'm currently trying to figure out the placement of our supports and our nacelles for our motors to go on. And to do so, I have the Hovercraft actually sitting level. I have a level sitting over there on it. And I have a piece of foam board that fits perfectly inside the nacelle, and I'm leveling it up. And then I'm gonna come through with a piece of 1 inch by 1 inch aluminum, heat it up with a torch, and just push it through both sides, and that'll give me a nice level line to go off of. And then I can just shove it through from the outside all the way through the nacelle holder into the main cabin of the land speeder. So hopefully it works out. Wish me luck.
Oh, look at that.
Right on the seam.
Dang, that's awesome, dude.
I'm getting really good at this.
You are.
So Dave, why did we do that?
All right, so basically we need to make sure this thing fits out the door. We don't need a hovercraft in our HQ permanently. And it's, what was it, 12 foot wide, and our door's like 5 foot. So we gotta trim it down a little bit, make these detachable, that way it also fits in our trailer. All right, so we've spooled this thing up already, but we only did it on 6S. Now we're going for 12S, and we've got both motors hooked up together. We're gonna see if it'll kind of hover off the ground. If it does, then we know for sure it's gonna work after we put the bag on it. If it doesn't, then it's still kind of questionable. So let's see what happens here. You ready for this?
Yep. Not scary at all. No, you're good.
Ready?
Yeah, you guys are good. It's alive! It's
Okay, ready? That's terrifying.
So, so this is obviously not efficient at all.
Correct. But the fact that it'll do it is awesome. And we have a fighting chance to make this thing work now.
Yeah, and you weren't even full throttle.
No, I was about 3/4. So we had a little bit of room, and that's without a bag. So that's literally it just lifting off the ground, which is amazing.
That's a testament to those motors and props, huh? Those are dope.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so much fun. Is that what I think it is?
All right, so I've been trying to come up with a solution for the bag for our hovercraft, and this is what I came up with. It's a 5-person raft. And according to the measurements they had on online, it should actually be the right size of what we need. It might be a few inches short, but we're actually getting 2 of them, so if I have to, I can lengthen it by basically cutting them in half and gluing them back together. Yeah, we're gonna get this out, get it pumped up, see what it looks like.
I've been working on the railroad all the live long day.
Oh, I got a cramp.
I've been working on the railroad all the live long day.
Go.
I've been working on the railroad.
I think it's way better than me trying to super glue inner tubes together.
Way safer too. I mean, it's incredible.
But yeah, I'll probably cut like one here and then one here.
Okay.
So that way, you know, the pieces will join up and, you know, it'll give us an extra 2 foot.
And have you tried pushing the piece on top of it?
No, not
Have you
yet.
like lifted it and see how it sits?
Not yet.
We just filled it up.
Wow, incredible.
All right, so my plan is to take our new table, the Flexi Spot. It has very large lift capacity. We're gonna move it out there, set the hovercraft on it, so that way I have a table that'll lift up and down so I can work easier.
Your own personal lift.
Yeah, that's
I like
perfect. This one is an actual workbench. The one in my office is more of a desk. It just has a single upright on each side. We've used similar desks like this in the past. Now this one I like particularly well compared to them because it has a T-shaped leg rather than L-shaped. So all the weight is supported directly in the center of the desk, which means it's not gonna twist or warp on you over time. So the E7 is incredibly durable and it's backed by a 15-year warranty, so that way you don't have to worry about it. So in my opinion, the E7 is gonna be your best all-around desk for your home or office needs. Okay, so we decided to go with the E7Q out in our main work area. The reasoning behind it is it has 4 motors, which makes it very smooth, stable, and can carry a lot of weight. And it has a crazy lift that can be real low or very high, depending on what you need to do with it. Now, both of these tables we got are made from natural bamboo. They're very durable and can withstand a lot of abuse. If you guys are interested in the E7, we have a coupon code FT777. It's gonna give you the best discount possible for that product. And if you guys are interested in the E7Q, we have another coupon code that is FT100, and it's gonna give you $100 off of your purchase. Wow. Oh, we're sitting in the hole.
There we go. Got it. There's just no pretty way to do that, man.
It's not extremely heavy, it's just very awkward.
Yeah, it's like take
and
this big thing and move it around like this.
right now fragile. So you don't wanna.
And also, just imagine my little arms trying to do what you're doing. I got little hands, little arms.
That is awesome though.
Let's see. Let's see if it bogs down or not. Nope.
Not at all.
Oh, yes. For little kids.
All right, well, I've got a bag to start working on. All right, so currently I have the bottom of our raft and everything cut out and the inside pocket or air pocket. Now I'm just trying to figure out exactly where I want to cut this at because we've got another one of these I have to cut the exact same way and we're going to put it exact opposite so it'll be the back of the raft and the back of the raft meeting up in the middle. It's kind of a scary cut, so I'm really procrastinating this one, but we're gonna make sure we measure it out good. And yeah, I'm gonna get to it.
I just want to see it.
The hard thing about this is there's like no straight lines to go off of to make sure I'm cutting the same on both sides.
Yeah.
Like everything is twisted and curved and
As long as your second
weird
one
angles.
that overlaps the top is straight, you'll be fine there.
That's what we'll go with, huh? Don't let it touch the outside. Alright, so it's morning right now. Yesterday I glued the two rafts together. Now I'm going to air it up for the first time and see if we have any leaks or not. And to do so, I took the shop vac and made it a little easier so we're not pumping it by hand the whole time. Oh, I hear some air. Right there. Found it. Yeah, it's just a little tiny spot right along the seam, which really isn't a big problem because this is going to be constantly being filled up with air. So if there's any leaks or any, little holes, actually I'm planning on putting a couple holes in the bottom to let water out if we get any trapped in there. But yeah, it looks great. I am going to patch this just so it holds air so we, have longer in between having to air it up to mount stuff and, get it all figured out. But just put a little bit of patch material on there and we'll be all set. We had to get our stringers on and they have to be screwed from the top, which is upside down, so it's the bottom right now. And we have to access both sides, so I shoved Mike underneath of it. He's kind of stuck in there right now.
Michael, you missed that one. So where are the stringers for?
Okay, so basically they're going to be our brakes in case of emergency. So if we get into trouble, we can deflate the bag real fast and it'll just slide on those and come to a nice stop. And hopefully it doesn't rip up the skirt that where if we didn't have them, we'd have to worry about when it impacts the ground, the skirt's actually gonna get stuck in between the bottom of the hovercraft and actually possibly rip it off. So this is kind of an extra precaution we took.
That's the Jake brake. Is there going to be a big old burst button? Where did Hovercraft Jake burst to our kit? How dark was that?
Had a flashlight.
Oh, okay. That's brilliant. Oh my God. Stand there, Moose.
Piece of cake.
There's nothing to grab on this.
Yeah.
It's like you get up here, it's like, uh-oh.
Alright, so we need to cut our air ventilation in this front part. It's kind of a scary thing because it looks so good and I don't want to mess it up, but no time like the present. Make a huge mess everywhere.
That is really flexy.
Oh, it will be.
I'm just scared it's gonna break. No, it's not going to, because it's in Dave's hands. If that was in my hands, it would be broken. Get into Dad.
No, Dave first.
Me first?
Yep. Not that bad.
Well, the dash stuff isn't here.
What's on top of
Oh yeah. I got it now.
Whether you're 3 years old in a box flying around or you're an adult.
Yep. Then you gotta go.
Wow, the look of it looks incredible.
It's just a cool view.
It is.
Okay, Dave, what are we doing?
I am hooking up electronics so we can try to do a true hover test with the bag on. We still don't have power to the bag as far as lifting it or inflating it, but what we do have is it's air filled, so we should be good. Once we do this test and we see that it works okay, then I'm actually going to cut the holes for the vents for the inflation fans, and yeah, on to the next part after that. So hopefully this goes well. All right, we ready for this, guys?
Let's do that.
Okay, so that's a little over half.
A little over half. Was it as high as it was when it was on the ground?
Not quite.
Oh, good. Okay.
Let's put some weight in it and see what it does.
Okay.
I'll hold my beanie on my head.
Yeah, you don't want to suck that into it.
I'm hoping this works.
Okay.
It's only gonna get fatter. It's gonna go like this.
You ready?
Ready.
That vibrates a lot.
Yeah, my butt got a good massage. Actually, we're kind of closing in.
It didn't seem like it was doing any sort of hover at all.
Moose, I think this is where you're nominated now to get in.
Is it not pulling enough air?
You'd think it would be.
So is it possible that it's pushing down on it, but it's not, it's able to spill out of like inside? Like in other words, the props are losing their effectiveness.
Possibly.
On a regular hovercraft, the skirt actually lets air out. Like you might not have,
Yeah, that's holes at the bottom.
Yeah.
right, like this might have like a seal. It's like sealed to the floor, so the air is pulling down, has nowhere to escape. What if you did that, just maybe popped it up a little bit?
Like let air start spilling
Yeah,
out.
just like, I mean,
Like just stick my foot under it or something.
yeah, like just do something and, I mean, stay away from the props, but.
It is lifting up. That's what's weird.
But there's a lot of air. I did feel it like blasting through here.
Yeah, run it real quick.
It's just cavitating or whatever, you know, just recycling itself.
Yep, it's just smacking it.
We tried the first hover test and it didn't work out quite as we planned. We tried breaking the seal on the bag manually by sticking pieces of wood underneath. That didn't work out.
Yep.
We tried deflating the bag to see if that would help, to no success. We even tried to shift weight around to see if that would make a difference. We believe we have it worked out to where it's a static pressure problem, and we have some ideas we're gonna try, so make sure you guys stay tuned for the next video on that. Well, Josh, we had a real productive week again.
It was an incredible week. We got the nacelles on, we got the top on, you got the bag built.
Yeah. Next, we're gonna be working on getting the nacelles actually working and taking it outside and seeing what it'll do.
Make sure you guys smash down the subscribe bell, hit that like button, support us, because now this is gonna be going outside. We're gonna be putting some testing with the direction. It's gonna be cool.
All right, let's get to it.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the content. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Obviously, we had a ton of fun here with the Hovercraft. And also a huge thanks to FlexiSpot for sending over those desks. Dave is loving his. Obviously, the workbench one that we use for the Hovercraft. It's so much simpler to build and mess around with. So if you want to support the channel and you're thinking about getting a desk, make sure you check the link in the description below. Use those coupon codes FT777 on the E7 for a massive discount, and then also FT100 to get $100 off the E7Q. You're not going to be disappointed with either of these desks for any and all of your business needs. So again, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys in the next one.